A live look now at our nation's capital tonight, where after 15 hours of debate, senators voted to pass a $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. But before you start checking your bank account for relief money, members of Congress are split on who qualifies for the payments. Hope Ford explains.
I'm not cutting the size of the checks. They're going to be $1,400, period.
$1,400 will go to Americans based on a certain income threshold, just like other payments. But this time, Congress is split on what the income threshold should be. And it's not Republicans versus Democrats, it's Democrats debating who should get the money. Some Democrats argue an individual making more than $75,000 and a couple making more than $150,000 should be excluded. They suggest lowering the income threshold to $50,000 for individuals and $100,000 per couple. Senator John Ossoff, who campaigned heavily on giving Georgians stimulus checks, opposes lowering the income threshold. And Senators Bernie Sanders and AOC also against giving less Americans money, with AOC slamming those who suggest cutting off relief at $50,000, tweeting it's shockingly out of touch to assert that $50,000 is too wealthy to receive relief. President Biden says he's open to negotiating who is eligible for stimulus checks, but he warned he will not stand for lengthy negotiations and wants to move forward quickly.
I'm going to help the American people who are hurting now.